powerful. Woohoo! This little girl's growing up. Okay, anybody else have things on their page, either emotions or thoughts, that land in powerful or powerless that you would like to share? I'm so excited. Yeah, Taylor, hang on one second, Greg's got the mic. Can I run the mic around and you can write? Doubtful. See, he doesn't allow me to have this mic or the marker, and that's not a powerless place. It's just, Ange, don't. Okay, go ahead.
For powerless,
hold on, sorry. There you go.
For powerless, I said I can't. And for powerful, I said work with God to be able to.
Yes. Excellent. Wait, you snapping? Yes. Excellent. Yay. Okay. If only I had been learning these things when I was your age, Taylor. So good. Okay. Who else? Yep. CJ. Hi, Lev.
Hi. Okay, so for powerless, I wish I could. And I guess powerful.
You've got a bunch. Those are so good.
I do. Oh, they are? Okay.
Yeah.
Powerless. I'll read all of mine, okay? Because I wanted to. And I have the power in that.
Right, and what are you going to do about that?
Yeah. All right, so I just wrote down my powerful statements would be I am, I was born to be, I choose to. And my powerless thoughts would be I should, I wish I could, I want to.
Whew. That's some good stuff. You're taking it up to Greg? Wow. Yeah, because that's super good.
My power is being ripped away right now.
What are you going to do about that? You're going to tackle her on the way up?
Yeah, tackle.
You can't take that? All right, who else wants to comment? That was so good. Yes, Christy.
Mine are probably feelings. So powerless would be procrastination.
Oh, I know, right? I mean, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Right, just me. And then powerful would be rejoicing. Would be.
Yeah, that's so good. So good. Who else? Yay, Bethany.
Something powerful I've learned in the past month has been I guess being able to share things with people that I would have before needed a certain right response from them. But now it's there's no response for them to justify what I say or the validation thing.
Excellent. That's so good. Thanks, Bethany.
These are really fast, so I'm really impressed, Greg, that you're writing all these down. My powerless emotion is confusion.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, that's the one that hits me hard. And the emotion that is counter to that, the powerful emotion, is very similar to yours, peace, and it's just calm and steadfast. I feel like I am a pillar when I am powerful. Nothing can move me in a good way. Mm-hmm. So not stubbornness. And the phrase for powerful is I get to. I get to take care of my nephews. I get to make lesson plans.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good. So good. All right. Yep.
I've always been a yes person, so I've learned this year I was just going to feel how I felt and check in with myself. If this is a heck yes, yes, I'm doing it, and then I feel fully committed and excited, instead of everything kind of being I don't know if I should have done this. And so now I do a lot more no's, and it makes all my yeses so much better.
Yes.
And all my no's I completely let go of. I'm not attached to them at all. I don't feel bad about it. I had to do this for me, the sake of my life, like spreading myself too thin. So now
That
it's
is
just
so good.
That's been huge for me.
That is so
it's
huge.
the first time in my life I've done that.
Yes. That's so powerful. It is so yes and no are powerful statements.
Heck yes.
Heck yes.
like
Yeah.
no doubt in your mind.
No doubt in your
You
mind.
wanna do this.
Yes.
So
That's so powerful. So good. It's not that, then it's a no, right? Oh, there's like so much to that. Okay, anybody else? You want to do yours? Okay, excellent.
So my powerless, I guess they're words, but it's kind of similar to Casey's indecision, like being indecisive about something. And the opposite of that, which would be the powerful word, would be clarity. So if I feel super clear on what I'm trying to choose to do, then just move forward with that.
Right.
And then also needing validation, which I think she said something about validation, needing it.
Yep.
Whereas receiving it because it's honest validation as opposed to needing that validation. And then
So good.
a powerful word is like having the understanding and accepting the understanding. And you might not be clear on what it is that you're, like how you're perceiving it, but just understanding it the best that you know you can.
That's so good. That is so good. I love it. It's so good. Okay, Kathy's going to go.
The powerful one, I've been into the looking at a circumstance and seeing what the Lord wants to teach me in that circumstance. That's been pretty powerful lately. The powerless one was kind of a surprise to me when it came to me. It was, I'm tired. And I thought, well, but it's not the energy, physical tired. It's the excuse to disconnect, to not engage, that sort of thing.
Oh, that's so right. We will be talking some more as we go on in our weeks about coping mechanisms. So right now we're talking about thoughts and feelings. We'll be discussing, and you just hit on a huge one, coping mechanisms that alert us to whether or not we are being powerful or powerless. So that's excellent. Okay, go ahead, Janice.
So mine is like always feeling like I have to make sure everybody's happy, and I really carry that burden.
So responsible for other people's emotions.
Yeah, so it's kind of like it's not my place, and God will do it.
Yeah, that's a huge shift, isn't it? So I loved, anybody have the definition of responsible? Encourage them in this last week. We talked about that last week, which is, yes, so responsible is no longer like the traditional thought that we always, which meant that like I will take care of this. Responsible is truly response-able. You are able to respond rather than react. Responsible. So let's put response-able on powerful, and we will wrap up on this. Any last one where you just knew you were supposed to contribute but you felt terrified too?
I just have one.
Okay, that was you, Nikki.
Powerless.
Awesome. Perfect.
I can't see it.
Your glasses.
Oh,
I like your glasses.
It was, I have nothing to offer.
Yes. Yeah.
Powerless.
That is a powerful thought, powerless thought. I have nothing to offer, I have nothing to contribute. It means that you have not met your true self. And that's the most beautiful good news, is that most of us have not met the person that we are meant to become this year to overcome the challenges that we will overcome. Isn't that good? We haven't met. So the reason why we feel overwhelmed and the reason why we feel automatically powerless is we haven't met the person that God made us to be to soar in these situations. And God is wanting to always open us up and introduce us to our true selves in all these circumstances. So the question isn't, how do I navigate this? The question is, who am I that you are teaching me to be or showing me to be that I haven't met yet for this situation? Isn't that like, that makes every problem now an opportunity. It makes every challenge something that is meant to expand you and make you bigger, rather than something that's continue to press on you and make you smaller. Right? Game on for that. Woohoo! Yay! Okay. So, yep, time. So we're gonna, how fun is this? So, Yeah, yay. I mean, yay. So I'm going to encourage you, grab another card when you go home and keep it with you. Keep it in your car, keep it in your man bag, keep it in your purse, whatever it is that you have, and keep writing powerful and powerless thoughts, emotions, reactions, coping mechanisms, because what God is wanting to do is to empower us to become powerful people who are response able in every situation to be the person that He made us to be in the earth. And that is being the very intention of heaven with us, through us, in every one of our life circumstances. It's how goodness, our goodness overcomes evil in the earth. Evil and injustice is becoming who God made us to be and responding in those ways, which empowers other people not to do it, but to have the choice to do it. And it no longer locks them in to the same pattern of unhealthy behavior. Because I don't know about you, but I've spent most of my life trying to match an unhealthy behavior with an unhealthy behavior and being surprised at the unhealthy result. Right? Thinking two unhealthy behaviors will somehow shockingly create a healthy dynamic. And one of the best thing that God's taught me in the last 4 years, are you ready for this? This is hilarious. You have permission to think I suck. You have permission to think I stink. You have permission. That was my kryptonite. I needed to somehow make you think that I was some magnificent person. And I am finally free. I'm finally getting free of that. To go, I do me, you do you. And apparently somebody just sent me it was really fun, Jill Bonalio sent me a thing and she said, there's some sort of study that says on average 33.7% of people will not like you. They just won't thank you, not me personally, just any person on the planet aren't going. And she goes, that's somehow suddenly freeing. And I thought, well, it's hilarious because I'm now looking at like everybody has permission to not think I'm their cup of tea. Now that may not be your personal issue. There may be some other huge, powerful phrase and shift of perspective that God is now opening up in your life that will free you to step into a healthy dynamic. And see, with that lens, it was always going to push all of my relationships into an unhealthy dynamic that I didn't even know I had. So how easy is that for God to free us from? It's such good news, right? And so on that note of becoming powerful people and becoming who God meant for us to be, we are going to shift into our encouraging words and learning how to hear God in our prophetic practice. So for those of you who are new to us, here's how it works. One person volunteers and they say, you know what, I would love to hear what God has to say about who I am. And the rest of us listen, and then we just say what we hear. And the whole part of practice is that you're learning how to do something that maybe you've never done before. And so just like any athlete who's practicing, we're not expecting to get it right. We're learning how to do it. And learning how to hear God accurately in our lives is not a gift that is given to just a few people. It is our birthright. Just like every child has the right to have interactions with their caregiver, we have the right to have an interaction with God. We have the right to hear Him and to hear Him accurately. And it's filled, all of Scripture is filled with evidence that we have the right to hear Him. So here we practice. So we're going to practice. And